Tonight we take you on a journey because I will take you into the next presentation, which again aligns with our district priorities, which is the Superintendent Strategic Planning Kickoff, which is a counterpart to the QSA. So while the Cabinet engaged us in the state of the district and the quality seats analysis, and they will be doing community conversations around current state and really laying the groundwork and informing the community around current state. I have the pleasure of engaging the community around future focus. I think that one of the amazing roles and responsibility of the superintendent is to really think about, now that we know what current state is and we really work with the community to understand what the current state is, we have the pleasure and the excitement as a board to really think about what does 25, 26 and beyond look like? What is the district that we want to build together? And so very clearly in district priorities that I laid out, one of the things I promised is that I would engage in a strategic planning process this year that would take us into 25, 26, and beyond. And so I wanted to share that with you in the community, again, leaning into the district priorities of transparency. So being very clear here, developing the strategic plan in 4 components. The first part is to develop an understanding, and that is to gather information from the community and identify the needs. And so that is laid out here. We've identified needs, right? And so we've done the quality seats analysis. We've looked at data from multiple viewpoints. But now I also want to hear from the community in terms of what is not just the quantitative data, but what is the qualitative data? What do people have to say? What do people want? What are our hopes and dreams? What do we want for our kids' One of the beauties of La Jolla ISD is that our kids are gonna go here, right? We live and we breathe here, and our generations for the future are going to go to school here. And so what are the needs? Now that we have robust data, what do we want for the future of our district? What kind of schools do we want? And where do we see ourselves? So it's my responsibility to not only share the information, which the Cabinet will do and which I will do, but what are the needs? And so the second part will be to engage. So I will interview key stakeholders, I will gather community input, and I will engage at large scale with multiple different stakeholder groups. And then we will build a plan. We will pull all the data together from all of that engagement, and we will build a plan together that represents the quantitative data, the qualitative data, the survey data, all of the information that we gather, and we'll build a plan that represents the community's wants and desires and needs, that is future focused and really represents the vision of the district. And then we will release that plan in July and August of 2025 for 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is that the community desires, and what the community expresses to me that they want for however long they want it to be. The community may say, I want a 5-year plan. The community might say, we want a 10-year plan. We really want it to deliver on the promise of a pre-K to 12 journey. They may say, we want it to be 10 years. We may say, we want 3. I don't know yet what the community is going to say. And so it truly will represent what the community wants. The timeline overview here, again, I won't read this to you step by step, but high-level overview. As you can see, we've engaged in the understand. We've done central office artifact analysis. We've looked at student assignments. We've engaged in classroom walkthroughs. We've done the data analysis. We've engaged in Lone Star governance. Right? We've started these processes to come out with the quality seats analysis. Now we are in the engage, right? So Cabinet is going to go out and share the quality seats analysis with the community while I engage in community events and town halls, instructional walkthroughs. And so Ms. Ochoa, when you said how often are we doing instructional walkthroughs, Our instructional team does walkthroughs, I do walkthroughs. We all do walkthroughs in various different ways, whether it's Dr. Geary looking at it from a building perspective, whether it's Ms. Gomez-Perez meeting with teams. We are all on campuses all the time for a variety of reasons. I show up at campuses all the time, just unannounced and walk through classrooms. But I am also going to have focus groups. I think you've seen that I have my superintendent advisory groups that I'm going to start meeting with next week. I'm super excited to do that. But I'm also going to have focus groups where I meet very specifically, for example, with special education parents, where I meet with fine arts parents, where I meet with athletics parents. I'm going to meet with specific educator groups, but very specific targeted focus groups, in addition to very big, broad town halls. And then I'm going to get feedback on mission, vision, student experience. I'm going to meet with students. And you see that level of engagement is going to happen from November through March. I'm going to meet also with our city officials. I'm going to meet with elected officials. I'm going to meet with higher ed, on and on and on. And then when it hits about the end of March, then we're going to analyze all the data that I collect. And then we will go into the build phase. And you can see here that we're going to get into a community design day. We'll get into priorities initiative. We'll decide how we're going to measure how we're doing, and then we'll get into implementation and release with a targeted release date of July and August. So community engagement activities, I'm going to do a similar process to what I did last year, really grounding myself in 3 questions. What is working well? Where do we want to go? And how will we know when we get there? I will continue my school visits. Again, as I said, I will do focus groups. Again, I will have my student advisory group, my educator advisory group, my principal advisory group, and my parent advisory group. But then I will also have additional targeted groups of stakeholders that I will meet with. I will do town halls, larger scale town halls. And then I will also, as promised in my district priorities, have surveys. I know that you guys as a board have asked me to do surveys, but I will do them not only on current state, but also on future focused. And I will share that data publicly. And that will also inform what it is that we do future focused, but also to improve our practices currently. Any questions thus far? Okay. And then we will go into a community design day, which is going to be a day that we pull together stakeholders from across the district. We will hold one community design day to bring ourselves together as a district, to bring together all the data that we collect so that we can really say, here is all that we've heard. What are really the large pillars, the large initiatives? What are the themes and concepts that we've heard so that we can facilitate a hands-on workshop, a brainstorming session where people really get to say, so based upon all of the data, here are the things that we really think we need to do. Here's the large pillars of the strategic plan that we hold near and dear. As a community, these are the things that we're going to put a stake in the ground on, that within the next 5 years, 10 years, we've got to get done. And that we as a community value. And that superintendent, we want you to get done. And we're going to hold you accountable for, because we believe in you, because this is the vision of our district. And so we're going to host this community design day in April. And again, it says board members are encouraged to participate. We really want you there. Where we bring together the community so that they design. This is their strategic plan. It's our strategic plan. We are La Jolla ISD. I said that at the beginning of the year. It is our district. And so I take you back to suggested next steps for board members. You guys always ask me as a board, so how do we help? What can we do? And so what I would say is engage in strategic planning discussions with community and stakeholders. Discuss this planning process when you engage in discussions with community members. Talk about, go out, talk, participate, right? We want to hear from the community. And so as I make the dates public, share them. Share them with everybody that you talk to, because the more people that we hear from, the more people will honestly feel that they had a voice in the design of this plan. 2, come with me. Come, to any of the meetings with me. Again, I will share dates publicly, but feel free to attend any strategic planning events with me. Feel free to go with Cabinet on their roadshow, because again, we'll make those dates public. As they go out and share the QSA, please feel free. And again, that is open to the public, and all of these will be public and open for everyone. The more we have people participate, the more people will feel a part of the process. We are very serious about transparency. We are very serious about building trust. This is our district. We want your voice. Your voice matters. We want you to feel safe. We want you to feel that you can trust us. And the only way you do that is to join the process. So please, please, please come with us. And then 3, participate in the Community Design Day. And so board members, not only do we ask you to spread the word, share the word, but then participate with us. And this, again, we will share all information on our website, social media, and in any outside communication that we have. But again, this is not only open to the community, this is open to students, this will be open to parents, and the more people that participate, the better. Please notice our logo. Our vision for tomorrow, your voice, our future. And that is how we are branding this entire process. As we celebrate our centennial year, we really want not only to commemorate our history, but our future. And so the strategic planning process is going to be an incredible journey as we launch into the future. And so we thank you. We look forward to your engagement in visioning for the future of our district. And so I will pause there and ask the board for any questions or feedback on this process.
Members of the board, do you have any questions for Dr. Sorensen?
I love the logo, Dr. Sorensen. The logo, suits it well, matches our mission statement. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Do we anticipate for the community day to be a weekday or a weekend?
I don't know yet. Open to feedback. You have a preference? Weekend?
It's my personal.
Okay.
That's my preference as well.
Might give the community an opportunity for those that are working during the week to attend on a weekend.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Good feedback, board. Do we have any other further questions for Dr. Sorensen regarding this portion of her presentation?
Can't wait, excited.
Great. Again, thank you for including the public and meeting with stakeholders, Dr. Sorensen.
Thank you.